This conference will now be recorded.
No one told me. Sindhu told me that recording not started. Chetan, Pallavi. Almost we made 35 minutes or 40 minutes of explanation. You people are okay, but the other people who are depending on the recording sessions, they will fully involved in class. Appreciate it. Fully involved in class. Even I also involved in the fully, but we forgot to start recording. One time explanation only people will won't understand, and if we miss the recording, then what happened with the previous? Ayyo. I thought to even I want to have my recordings of my own. I'm collecting the recordings. I used to have a habit, but I don't know how I forgot today. Okay, so whoever are not able to understand, I mean, this point is not for you guys. The people who listen the recordings later. Okay, so whoever not able to understand what's happening here, okay, you can come back to me. We'll try to explain this one again in any other session wherever I have a chance. How this mathematical calculation is happening. Okay. So Chetan is asking me if we have any previous recordings on the subject, we can upload that, sir. Okay, all right. I think I have such a thing with the earlier batches. No issues. We'll upload that one also. No issues. Okay. All right. Same example, same code is there. No need to worry. Yes. So yeah, we'll complete it first today. So you got this point right? How your error to values are we received it, and yes, now you will apply this derivative on L2. Now you can imagine that here if I apply derivative on my L2 values, what should be my result? Some values. So this is also a 5 by 1 matrix, I mean 5 by 1 set. If I multiplied here 5 by 1 into 5 by 1, so it's a not matrix multiplication, it's a normal multiplication, guys. Look out here carefully. I'm creating a normal multiplication 5 by 1 into 5 by 1. One second, this is correct? Yeah, this is correct. Okay, normal multiplication that we are doing between E2 and derivative 2. Derivative of L2. All right. So once it is done, then what's the next step? So this shapes is not required in your loop. Let's remove it. So what's next? Even. Right now, this has happened. Now this is I need to form. So how even it will be formed? Again, even is equal to again dot product between D2 and transpose of. So what is your D2 here? Let's multiply it first. Let's look for D2 dot shape. This is 5 by 1 again, right now. And what I said, derivative on L1. Hope this is no, this is what I'm doing, not that one. Transpose of W2. So what is your W2? Yeah, it is 9 by 1. So if I multiply with directly between D2 and W2, this one. If I multiply directly with D2 and W2, okay, will we get the values? If you check out here, dot product of D2 dot product of W2. That makes error 1. Na? Dot product between D2 and W2. So it will throw error. See here. Shapes of 5 by 1 and 9 by 1 not aligned. So what I need to do? I need to transpose my W2. I need to transpose my W2. How do I go transpose? Dot T. Okay, now if you check it, yes. So what should be my transpose values? So 9 by 1 becomes 1 by 9. So 1 gone. So 5 by 9 will be comes up. Right now? Yes. You received a 5 by 9 set. This means 5 by 9 error that you have created. So this has happened. Now next one is what? Derivation of L1. Yes. So derivation of L1. So let's look at what is your derivation of L1. Derivation of L1. This is your, after applying, that means what? X into 1 minus X. Same story with your L1 values. So I'm removing the shapes. Okay. Yes. Now this is what you are calculating. Next one is what? Again, yeah, D1 I need to do it. Means D1 into error 1. So you already calculated what is error 1 into derivative of this one. That means this thing. Right now. So whatever the shape that we received here, look, 5 by 9, we are successful here. What's next? Adjustments. Step 4. So let me take as it is to our confusion. So how should I write? If I put W1 directly, my values, original values will be changed. So I need to put it into like this, because when you are writing into loop, so I need to make use this operator. This operator. So not here, like this. This is better. W1 should be W1 plus equal to. So where I need to apply this one? Between dot product of X transpose and this one. So if you check D1 shape is 5 by 9, and if you check your X shape is 5 by 6. So how to put up this one? So first of all, I need to take D1 right now, because pi is common. So 5 by 9 into 6 by 5 I need to take. No. I need to transpose D1, I guess. I mentioned as X. Right? I mentioned as X. It is reverse. I made it. Let's make it correct here. I mentioned spelled wrong here. So X transpose. This one I need to put here. Okay. So this one also be here. Let's look at the formation here again. We'll verify it now here. So initially transpose of X. So transpose, how to get X dot transpose. Okay. So what is your X actually? 5 by 6. That is 6 by 5 it will become. Okay. Dot of W1. So it will become 6 by 5 and 5 by 9. So it becomes what? A 6 by 9. Na? That is what your earlier matrix. 6 by 9. We have defined earlier also 6 by 9. So we are trying to put it back with the same set. If you don't put it back with the same set, you will get errors. Right now? Yes. So if you run it, yeah, it will be applied with 6 by 9. Right? Same story with the W2 as well. So what is your W2? I mean inputs D2 and L1. So this will be L1 and this to be D2. Again, if you check D2 shape, you have 5 by 1. If I check L1, small L1, shape not valid. Oh, L, I made it reverse. L1, 1L I mentioned. Yes, 5 by 9. So this is 5 by 9. This is 5 by 1. So how to put into order? So if I put 5 by 9 in 9 by 5, then it will work, right now. So I made it this small l into transpose. That becomes what? 9 by 5 into 5 by 1. That means what? 9 by 1 it will create. Check here. The shape will be 9 by 1. If you check, go back. When you're implementing this one, you are trying to create 9 by 1 only. So you are coming back to your original values. I mean, not original, the same shape. Successful in creation. This one. Agree? Successful in creating this one. So how to put up this setup everything into loop? So I need to produce a loop here. So how to put up into a loop? So here, so what I will do, yeah, for I in range, okay. So this entire operation I would like to run into 1000 times or 100 times. Let's put 100 times for time being, and this one to be under the loop. Now everything. This one everything should be under loop, and I hope once this is successful in writing, so I should get the result as print the updated values whatever. Yes, agree. So I also need to pass some more things. This is not required. This is for just for your understanding. So y is converted, derivative is done. So let's rerun these values because we have updated few more things there. So definitions, I mean functions not required to run and again. So I will put this one under comment because this is not worked out now. When I rerun these things, it will be updated. Even this case, feed forward method is not worked out. So let's put under comment. So we are creating these values and directly we are moving to feed forward and back propagation method right now. And this derivative function can be here. Yes. Now this is required as this, no issues. And this we need to put under loop. Let's run it. So successful. So this is what your new weights. So is it right or wrong? I'm not talking out, but I'm just telling you that how to put into a loop. How to put it in a proper way that we will talk later. Now what I will do. So I made 100 implementations. So now I would like to check what is the accuracy. Yeah, so one thing here, I created I, but I don't know whether this I operation is not happened. No? So that is also be adjusted. So just a thing. So what I will do here in the errors, I would like to see what is the mean square error at that moment. Okay, so what I will do, I will give as a CE, that is current error, the mean square error between my Y and L2. So to understand what is this mean square error, so I need to put the definition again here also. Def Okay, MSE. What is mean square error formula? Y minus y hat. Right? So what I will do, I will pass this MSE as a definition here. That is function. So mean square. So I need to return the values of like this. The formula which is we known already. Yeah, whatever. Y minus y hat whole square dot mean. So what it will do? It will calculate the mean square error. Simple. I think it should be put a gap and this bracket is required. Yeah, it is required, but y minus y hat whole square here is square, not end. Yeah. So mean square error I found. So this mean square error I will put here. So what I'm doing here, I would like to calculate the mean square error at this moment. How much my error I got it. How much my error I got it. Okay. Once it is done, so here I also like to see, because if I put 100 means what? 100 means square 100 current errors will be formed. You are calculating between your y and y hat, and you are saving the CE. So it makes very huge for me when I run like now, when I made it to 1 lakh of iterations. So what I would like to see is here, if I percentage 50, sir, your voice is breaking. Sorry. Pallavi, Chetan, as you are getting the voice issues from my end. Hope no so. Clear voice, na? Okay, good. So here I percentage 50. So what I'm doing here is I would like to see for every 50 iterations, what is the current error status? So print my current error status. All right. Yeah. Understood up to here? Things becoming very complement. But yes, it is required to know. All right. So, what else we can do here? Let's see. Let's see again. Yeah, I need to rerun these things from here, because whenever you are supposed to run, you need to rerun from beginning. Why? Because once you run this y1, I mean w1 value, so this will be keeps on updated. If you start from the beginning here, this will works better. Okay. So you need to make sure that things work with the fresh till here. Okay. Let's run it first. Now put into loop. See here, how many iterations it was passed? Only 2 iterations. I made 100. Okay, yeah, correct only. Why? Because for every 50 iterations, what I ask, I need to exist my current error. So my first iteration, I got as 24 error, 0.24. For the second iteration, because 100 by 50, 2 times only will get chance. If I put 10, so 10 you may get like this, right now. So whenever I need to rerun, I need to go back and rerun from the beginning. Okay, let's rerun it again. Now if you see, yes, look out, observe here. how my error is falling down with the 10 possible iterations. Clear? How my error is falling down with the 10 possible iterations. So of course 100 iterations only, but we are taking the for every 10th step, what is the error fall down, right? Earlier 24, then 16, then 10, then 0.06, then 0.03, 0.02, 1, 5, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, like that. It keeps on reducing this error. Is it clear, everyone? After doing this class, go through this code again. How it was implemented. It was interesting actually. If you check out, you will get to know. Now what I will do. So anyway, I got the new values. I could see the error is going down. I'm happy. If it is still going down, then definitely I'll be double happy. But at this moment, what is the accuracy that I would like to check? At this moment, what is my accuracy? If you check, if you print the updated values, this is your updated W1, W2 values. So how to calculate these things? Again, L1, because we know I have to calculate Y hat. So how to calculate Y hat? If we have these things, this entire copy paste I'm doing again. Okay, this entire story which I coded earlier, I'm taking it here again here. So shape not required. I'll remove the shapes and make it simple. Entire extra lines. This we already know. Right now, you got W1, you got W2. So you are getting L1, you are getting Y hat, you are converting greater than 0, less than 0, and you are looking for that. Simple. Yes, 100%. Earlier case, how much is accuracy? What is the accuracy before back propagation work, guys? It was 40%. Now after applying the back propagation method, we reached the 100% accuracy or not? That is what we are trying to learn here. Hope now you are understood how the back propagation method is changing the weight values. Now, why we are doing up entire this thing? To change my weight values from the random values. Now I could see a satisfied accuracy. If I take a different example, okay, maybe I may not get the satisfied accuracy at this moment for just 100 iterations. Maybe I need to put into 1000 iterations, maybe 1 lakh iterations. So you need to look for what number of iterations I am able to reach the optimum level of accuracy. If you have pen and paper, make a note. Right now, so we need to put your iterations unless you reach a maximum or optimal accuracy. So where I will get, I also don't know. Why? Because depends upon the data set. How can I tell? Right, man? This is a simple data set that we have taken with 5 rows, 6 columns. Within just 100 iterations only, we are able to successful. But if I take any different example, I may not reach with 100%. No? If so, sir, if it is 100%, do we get overfitting issues in this case? So yes. When you will get overfitted, let's imagine now what we have taken, how to control, how to look up. So if I take the same thing with the zeros, I mean I had added 1000 iterations and it will make 10 100 values. Okay, let's run it. Oh, I need to rerun it from the beginning. That's not the issue. Okay, you need to rerun from the beginning. Okay, otherwise what happens, updated values will come and overloading your loop. So when you are trying to do this thing, as you say, when I will feel that overfitting is going to be happen. For example, after doing some 1,000 iterations or 2,000 iterations, 1 lakh iterations, your current error is not changing with your previous error. Okay, that means what? The same number. If you see here, we after some iterations we drop it to 0.0000002. Okay, so after that it is not much reduced. So imagine that you have seen such a value, the current error with the previous error. That means previous error means what? Before this one. If these two values are almost same, then after the same value will be keeps on repeating for next 1,000 iterations. Imagine after 100, from 101 to 900 or 1,000 iterations, still you are getting a similar error. So you can imagine that you made a overfitting at that moment, because that error is not going down after lot of iterations also. After lot of iterations also, my error is not going down. So you can imagine that, yeah, you made a overfit of algorithm. So you need to verify that where you are fitting that overfit, and you need to control that number of iterations. If you are using 1 lakh, so let's imagine you are getting the least error, minimized error at 10,000 iterations only, but you are trying to do with 1 lakh iterations. So obviously from 10,001 iteration, you will get a similar value till last 1 lakh row, 1 lakh iteration. So you need to understand that, yes, from there, yeah, it is making like now overfitting kind of thing. So hence I need to control it. I should not make it overlap or overfitting, and I have to stop that running there. Like that you can understand. Or else construct a graph. Construct a graph and look out where your error line is consistent. That is also makes visually understand from your end, or to make others understand. Right now, how to construct that graph, that you have seen several cases while learning that overfitting and underfitting. Take out these values into and implement to a list. Those lists construct a scatter plot. Simple. One side you give 1 to 100 values, another side you give these error values. See the graph, scatter plot it. Where you will see the consistent line, you can realize that, yeah, where I need to stop these iterations. Clear? Both of you? Everyone? Good. So let's stop for today, and I'll update you about the next class. Tomorrow will be no class. Maybe if possible, we'll try to take Sunday or Monday. I'll update you this one about next class times. All right. So have a blast Deepavali, enjoy happy Diwali, and try to implement this code with your previous example, anyone which you have learned, and look at the how many iterations are required. Okay. Thank you, Chetan. So all right then. So let's meet up tomorrow. I mean next class. Okay. I'm logging out then.